Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura and I'm here today to tell you about my bottom 5 games of the year so far. This video is probably going to be very short and sweet because I don't really like being negative about anything. I'm a very positive person, don't like being negative, but there were a few games that I just did not get on with at all so far this year. These are games that I'm going to DNF. I'm not going to be going back to try them again. Some of them I didn't try for very long, admittedly, but I just didn't get on with them. I didn't gel with them. They didn't sit right with me, so they are off my list. If you're new here, you may not know, I've been doing a challenge over the course of this year where I'm playing a different game each and every single week to try and get through some of my backlog, at least play some of the games that I own, rather than just letting them sit there in purgatory forever. As a result of that, at this point, I've played 26 games so far this year. To be honest, I've only got 4 games that I really didn't like, and the last one is a bit of a, maybe I'll try it again. If you really enjoyed it and you think it's worth me giving that one another try, let me know. I am open to persuasion on that last one. The first game that I hated so much this year that I'm never going to play it again is Palworld. I know this had a lot of hype around the time that I was playing it, which was the reason that I played it. It was on Xbox Game Pass, so it didn't cost me anything to give it a try. But when I played through, probably put an hour into Palworld, not very long at all, I felt like the game gave me nowhere near enough guidance on what I needed to do. I was very unclear on any objectives. Like, I do like story-based games. I am happy to be thrown into the action and kind of find my way as I go along, but I feel like Palworld just gave me nothing. And right at the start, I threw one of my balls, it's kind of a Pokemon dupe if you don't know Palworld, but with a little bit more violence, I think, in it. But yeah, I threw my first sort of Pokeball, could not find it, couldn't find how to make any more of them, and I just wandered around for a bit, lost, confused. It wasn't fun for me. I found it really frustrating. I know a lot of people really enjoyed it. The hype's really died down at this point. No one really talks about it anymore, but I know there was a lot of hype when it first came out, but it just wasn't for me. Definitely not for me. Gave it, like I say, about an hour, didn't enjoy it, done, and I went back to playing whatever game I was playing at that point. I moved on with my life. The second game that I didn't enjoy very much this year and won't be going back to finish off is No Straight Roads. Now this one, basically this is quite a small game. I wouldn't want my experience to put people off trying it if they think they would like it, because some of the bits that I didn't like were very specific to me. There was little platform elements in there which I'm not a fan of unless they're done very, very well, and I don't feel like the platform sections were that good. It was very easy to fall off things, it was very easy to make mistakes, and I'm not very good at platform games, so unless they're quite simple or very straightforward in terms of how to do the platform, if they're difficult, I'm just not going to get along well with them, and they were quite difficult. I don't think they were designed to be difficult. I think there was a bit of poor design in the platforming sections which give you too much of a margin of error for me personally. The art style on this one was a little bit odd. The people had really big hands. It's basically like an RPG rhythm action game with little platform sections, and I really love RPGs. I really love rhythm action games, and I thought this might be perfect. I thought I might really enjoy it, but I just didn't. And like I said, those little platform sections really didn't work for me. The storyline was a bit odd, but I can vibe with an odd storyline, that's not a problem, but there was just a few little bits I didn't like. Also, it wasn't very good on the Switch. I don't know if it would be better on other consoles maybe. I know it's available on other consoles. I had the Switch edition, that's where I tried it, and it was a little bit clanky, didn't really work too well. So for those reasons, I'm done. Game number 3 is kind of one specific game, but also a genre of gaming that's probably going to make me not very popular. The game is Potion Permit, and the genre is farming sims as a whole. So I want to like farming sims. I think they look fantastic. I always want to buy the newest one. The storylines, when I see the graphics, I'm like, oh my god, this looks amazing. I could just dive into this and play for hours because I love Animal Crossing. I loved Stardew Valley. That really had this one more day feeling for me. Every single time I got to the end of the day, I wanted to go and play another day. But every time I've tried to play any kind of farming sim outside of those, well, Stardew really, not so much Animal Crossing, it's not really a farming sim, but every time I tried to play another one of those farming stroke life sims, I just can't get into them. them, I just can't immerse myself in it. I play probably an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, but I just don't feel that grab to play more of it. I just can't get into them in the same way. And I don't think it's the game, it's a me thing, definitely, but I don't know, it's like the magic's not there. I can't feel myself getting immersed in and getting really sucked in and wanting to play it all the time. It's more, oh, now I've got to try and play, you know, 4 or 5 hours before I'm really into the game and I'm really into the rhythm of it. And I just can't seem to persuade myself to do it. And I feel really bad about that because, like I say, farming sims, I want to love them. I love the look of them. I love the whole idea of the genre, but I think I'm just going to take a break from them for a while and not try and force myself to play any more of them because they're just not sitting right with me at this point. Not to say I won't try them again. I bought Potion Permit on the Switch quite a while ago when it was on sale and I was really happy to have finally started it, but yeah, it just wasn't for me at this time. But I may well go back and try those, or one of them or some of them again at a later point, I'm not sure. But for now, number 3 was Potion Permit with a heavy heart, a very heavy heart. And game number 4 is another one that I'm sort of like, I did kind of enjoy it, but it just didn't really suck me in and it just didn't really absorb me in the same way, and that's the reason why I'm kind of putting it on my DNF list. I wouldn't say I disliked it, but it's just in my bottom 5, that's all it is. I'm sorry. And that is Little Kitty Big City, which I thought I would really enjoy. I quite liked Stray. I played some of that and this just seemed a bit like a cartoony Stray. But I think what happened with this one is I had a really good first session with it. I played the first hour or 2, really enjoyed it. And then when I just tried to go back to it, I just couldn't get back into it. I couldn't really remember where I was, couldn't really remember what was happening. Again, this is definitely a me thing, not the game. I think the game's really good. It was quite funny and cute and everything, but I just couldn't get back into it after going away and then trying to come back. It didn't gel and I didn't feel like I knew what was going on. For that reason only, my bottom 5, number 4 is Little Kitty Big City. I'm really sorry about that. I feel bad about all of these. And then number 5 is another one, like I say, I feel like I'm quite open to persuasion on this one, and to be fair, probably Little Kitty Big City. That is Firewatch, and this is another one where I had quite a good first session with it, played probably about an hour, really enjoyed my time while I was playing it for that hour, but when I tried to go back, I just couldn't get back into it again. And I think that is like with both of these, and probably to a certain extent the farming sims as well, I think it's a me problem that I need to play games in bite-sized chunks that fit into my life, which is usually about an hour, but I need to be able to go back to that game after that time has finished and be able to pick up where I left off. And if I don't feel like I can pick up where I left off, that's a problem for me, and that is something that I just can't seem to really get over. So Firewatch is obviously a walking sim. I love walking sims. I've played quite a lot of them and enjoyed them. Edith Finch, Gone Home, Open Roads I played this year and loved it as well. So there's quite a lot of ones that I've played all the way through and have been fine. I don't know, Firewatch just didn't grab me as much. I think there's a lot more travelling in it than there is in other walking sims that I've played, story-based games. I think there's a lot more potential to go in the wrong direction, which is something that I will always do given the opportunity to, by accident. I will always go the wrong way. If you give me 2 options, I will choose the wrong one every time because I have no sense of direction. So a game where I can go in the wrong direction isn't ever going to pan out for me. But I would like to try Firewatch again. I think it's still on Xbox Game Pass and it is something that I would like to give another go to, but I don't know. Based off what I've said, do you think it's worth me trying that one again? Those are the bottom 5 games that I've played so far this year. As I say, I've played 26 games so far this year at this point, and towards the end of the year I'm hoping to do a video going through every single game that I've played across the whole year, which should be about 50, although I did take a break in August and tried to catch up with a few that were on my pile of shame rather than playing a new game each week. But it's September now, I'm back into the swing. I'm playing Minami Lane this week and I'm absolutely loving it so far, so expect me to be raving about that in a video soon. Yeah, that's everything from me today. Just a little slice of negativity, which I'm not a fan of, but I did do a video, like I say, with my top 5 games I played and enjoyed, my top 5 games I finished already, so I'll link that somewhere just in case you want a bit of positivity after this negativity. But yeah, I'm not a very negative person and I don't like doing negative reviews or speaking negatively about things. I kind of put off filming this for quite a while. But that's all for me today. I will be back again with another video soon and I will catch you then. Oh, and I need to say in every video, if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you here and I will see you in another video soon.